evening, viewers. I'm your anchor Azan Jamir, bringing to you the GW News Recap. Let's have a look at the top stories of the week that make it to the headlines. The Eastern Nagaland People's Organization had temporarily decided to accept the offer of the Centre for a Frontier Nagaland Territory, a unique arrangement with executive, legislative and financial autonomy for 6 eastern districts of Nagaland. Pangnon Konyak Rajya Sabha MP from Nagaland said she felt very uncomfortable when Congress leader Rahul Gandhi allegedly came close and shouted at her during a protest in the parliament premises on December 19. In a major crackdown on child marriages in Assam, 416 people were arrested in the third phase of operation. And now the news in details. The Eastern Nagaland People's Organization had temporarily decided to accept the offer of the Centre for a Frontier Nagaland Territory, a unique arrangement with executive, legislative and financial autonomy for 6 eastern districts of Nagaland. The decision was taken at a tripartite meeting among the ENPO, Centre and Nagaland government held in New Delhi on December 13. The meeting was convened as per the discussion held between the ENPO and a Union Ministry of Home Affairs Committee in Guwahati on August 13 at the direction of Union Home Minister Amit Shah. In the tripartite meeting, the centre was led by Union Home Secretary Govind Mohan, the Nagaland government by Chief Secretary J. Alam and the ENPO Vice President Ching Mak Chang. According to a press release issued, the ENPO delegation made it stand clear that the people of Eastern Nagaland demand a separate state of Frontier Nagaland. However, in consideration of the difficulties faced by the Government of India at the present juncture, the ENPO decided to temporarily accept its offer for the FND, the release added. It was also decided in the meeting to hold the next round of tripartite meeting by the second week of January 2025 to deliberate on unresolved issues. With the ongoing negotiation on the FND at an advanced stage, the ENPO said that it is hopeful that the Government of India under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi would not fail in fulfilling the proposed offer for FND in the interest of the people of Eastern Nagaland. The ENPO further expressed its confidence that Union Home Minister Shah and Nagaland Chief Minister Nipirio would honour the statement made in Mon Town on February 20, 2023 and in Twinsang Town on February 21, 2023 that when the NDP-BJP government would come to power in Nagaland, the ENPO issues would be resolved with the full cooperation of the Nagaland government. The ENPO also thanked the state government for submitting its comment as sought by the centre on the highlights of the draft Memorandum of Settlement on the FND. It also expressed its appreciation for the MHA committee led by A.K. Mishra for its commitment to fulfilling the aspirations of the people of Eastern Nagaland. Pangnon Konyak Rajya Sabha MP from Nagaland said that she felt very uncomfortable when Congress leader Rahul Gandhi allegedly came close and shouted at her during a protest in the parliament premises on December 19. The incident took place while the India Bloc MPs were protesting against Home Minister Amit Shah's remark on B.R. Ambedkar. Speaking about the protest, Konyak stated that Congress Kion yelled at her near the entrance of Parliament and that Gandhi's act defied the parliamentary etiquette that is expected from a parliamentarian. Konyak stated that Congress leader Rahul Gandhi came in her close proximity and shouted at her during the protest.
Honorable Chairman, sir, I stand with a very heavy heart to bring a matter of very grave concern to you, sir, for which I've already sought your protection. Today, while protesting, it was a peaceful protest. I was standing outside just below the staircase of Makar Dwar. Something happened to me which I really feel disheartened. Leader of opposition of the Lok Sabha, Sri Rahul Gandhi ji, came in very close proximity of me and I really feel uncomfortable and he started shouting at me.
Pangnon Konyak and Rahul Gandhi's parliament scuffle saw protests here in Nagaland where BJP in Nagaland, BJYM and several other demands Rahul for public apology. Meanwhile, Congress party in Nagaland also addressed to the issue and condemns allegation against Rahul Gandhi by Pangnon Konyak. The subject has seen mixed reactions in social media platforms too. Centre reimposed the protected area regime in Manipur, Mizoram and Nagaland. In light of growing security concerns arising out of influx from neighbouring countries, the Ministry of Home Affairs has reimposed the protected area regime in the states of Manipur, Mizoram and Nagaland, a Manipur government statement said. With its reimposition, the movement of foreigners visiting Manipur will be closely monitored and they are required to obtain the necessary protected area permits in accordance with the Foreigners Protected Areas Order 1958, the statement added. BAP is an official document that a foreign national is required to carry while visiting the protected states of Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland and also Arunachal Pradesh. Likewise, Indian citizens from outside the states are required to carry inner line permit. Both BAP and ILP are issued for inward travel into the states for a limited period. The Manipur government issued a statement in response to certain claims made by an organization identifying itself as the Kuki-Zo Council. The government said upon investigation, it was found that no such organization existed in the state. In a major crackdown on child marriages in Assam, 416 people were arrested in the third phase, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa said today. This crackdown was launched on the night of December 21st and 22nd. The police have registered 335 cases, while the arrested will be produced in the court on Sunday. The Assam government had launched a drive against child marriages in two phases in February and October in 2023. In the first phase in February, 483 people were arrested and 4,515 cases registered, while 915 people were arrested and 710 cases registered in the second phase in October. Earlier this year, Himanta Biswa rejected criticism of his government's decision to repeal Muslim Marriage and Divorce Act 1935 rather than amend a provision to bar child marriage, saying he wouldn't allow child marriages to take place in the state till he was around. The AIUDF and the opposition Congress advocated amendments to the law to ensure that its provisions were not used to conduct marriages of children rather than throw out the entire legislation. Union Home Minister Amit Shah met a group of former Naxals who had surrendered and are now engaged with the security forces in anti-Naxal operations. Shah reiterated that the anti-Naxal operations in the country are in the final stages and that Naxalism will be completely eradicated by the end of March 2026. He pointed out that in the fight against Naxalism over the last year, security forces had killed 287 Naxals, arrested 1,000 and witnessed 837 surrenders. Due to the strict policy of the Modi government against Naxalism for the first time in 4 decades, the death toll of civilians and security forces has fallen below 100. Shah also stated that over 9,000 surrendered between 2019 to 2024 in Northeast and further appealed to the remaining Naxals to abandon the path of violence, join the mainstream and contribute to development. Around 30 former Naxals, both men and women from Chhattisgarh, Bastar, Maharashtra, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana met Union Home Minister in Chhattisgarh. Well, that's it for this week's news recap. For more news like this, you stay connected to Global Window. Good night.